Hello. In this video we're going to make a simple form in Python and we're going to visualize it in Streamlit and we're going to save the information to a SQLITE database. The first thing we need to do when we're not having a DB browser on our computer, we need to go to Google or Bing and search for DB browser for SQLITE. The first website that appears, we can click open and we can download this program. With this program we can open the database and we can check what's inside the database. So it's pretty simple. We just download it, we install it, and then we can open the database. I'm going to go to my editor and we're going to start coding. I created a new folder, simple form SQLITE. I created a database, form.db. To create a database, it's very simple. We do right mouse click, we do new file, and we call it, we give it a name, and we do .db, and that's a database. So I created form.py, and we need to import two packages. We need to import Streamlit as st, and we need to import SQLITE tree. If we don't have it, we can do here in terminal pip install SQLITE tree. I already have it installed, so it's not needed to install it again. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is to make a connection to our database. So I'm going to say conn equals to SQLITE tree dot connect, and here we give a name of our database. Name of my database is form.db, and we're going to say check same thread equals to false. Now we need to create a variable cursor equals to connection.cursor, and I'm going to create two functions. And the first function will be to display the form. The second function will be to add the form to the database. So we're going to say def form creation and SQLITE, please fill in this form. I'm going to say with st.form, with st.form, and key is going to be key equals to registration form. Okay, we're going to have a surname, we're going to have a name, we're going to have age, country, and birth, country of birth, and we're going to have a date of registration, and we're going to have it's going to be okay. And we're going to have a submit button. Okay, so here we're going to write st.text input equals to enter your surname, and we can copy and paste this. And here we will have a date, so it's going to be st.date input, and we're going to say enter the dates. And here enter your country of birth, and enter your country, enter your age, enter your name, and submit. We're going to say st form submit button, and label is going to be register. Okay, now we need an if statement. So if submit equals to true, then do something. So st success, your registration has been successful. And now I need to create a second function which will add the information to our database. So add info. I'm going to pass in those variables here. So we have 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, so we're going to say A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And we need to create a table if for example, the first user is registered and the table doesn't exist. We need to create it. So we say cursor.execute. I'm going to open parentheses and 1, 2, 3. We need three times double dots to write SQL. So we're going to say create table if not exists registrations, and we need the surname, which will be text, say 50 characters, and we need to do that 6 times. So I'm going to copy and paste it. So name, entry. So we have surname, we have name, we have age, we have country, and we have birth country, and we have the date of registration, start date, and okay. So now we need another cursor.execute to insert into our database. So here we need only single parentheses. So insert into registrations, and the values will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And now we do comma, and here we're gonna write A, B, C, X, Y, Z. All right. So now we'll do connection commit, because otherwise he won't save it to the database. And we're going to close the connection. Connection close. And maybe we'll write a message to display to see if everything went smoothly. So success, and we'll say user has been added to the SQLITE database. Okay, and now here we're going to run this first function, and I'm going to add here the second function. So if submit equals to true, so if everybody has filled in the form, it can be added to our database. So I'll say add info, and here we need to pass in the variables, so surname, name, age, country, birth country, and date of registration. All right, so that should be correct. Oh, I made a mistake here somewhere. Okay, I forgot to add double dots here, and we need to move them 1 tab to the right. Okay, so that should work. Now I'm going to run the application. So we're going to say Streamlit run form.py, and I'm going to check if I'm going to be able to add new users to the SQLITE database. Here we see the form. We'll say that Tom Jones 65 United States, United dates, and the date is going to be yesterday. I'm going to register. Your registration has been successful. User has been added to the SQLITE database. Okay, so now we can check in DB browser if he added Tom Jones to the database. So I'm going to switch to DB browser. Okay, now I'm in DB browser. We can do file and open database, and the database we created form. Here we can check the settings. Here we can check what's inside the database, and we see Tom Jones has been added to the database. Okay, so that's how we add that's how we can add information to a SQLITE database.